Ally's Spectre Divide is now in playtest. You might not have heard of this, but it is starting to make a name for itself and seems to be in development with the streamer Shroud. I keep calling this Spectre Discord, mainly because of the way it's advertised on their main page, but it is Divide, and it's essentially a rogue company and those types of team combat with a backup buddy, or a Spectre as they're called in this, where you can deploy them around the field to hide for you and switch between your main player and the Spectre whenever you feel like it, and it even warns you if people are around your Spectre, so you can either switch to it or try and protect it. So at least this 3x3 shooter gives you 2 chances to survive. Now, I did find it incredibly difficult to use the Steam input mapping that was on here with the ROG Ally Z1 Extreme, as the joysticks are incredibly soft and very hard to use for FPS. So I did actually use the Proto Arc foldable keyboard and the mouse combo, which I'll leave in the description below. It's about the same size as the Ally once it's all folded up, and I also use the lap tray to actually play it. When I wasn't recording, obviously I didn't have any input delay when I didn't have it on the pass-through, so I was playing a lot better. So excuse the poor gameplay, but there is a small amount of input latency when recording on the pass-through. Now, best settings, I did find I was able to run this at 1600 by 900, 120 max frame rate with VSync on, textures on medium, effects on high, and post-processing on medium. Runs between 60 and 70 frames per second for the most part. And you have the ability to choose a sponsor, which depends on the special abilities that you get, and you have a buy phase, and then you can place your Spectre around the map before the attack and defend on each side. Now, it's best of 10, so you have quite a few rounds with 5 attack and 5 defend, depending on how well you do on the attacking and defending front. And overall, it does actually play quite well. Now, even with these settings, it does seem to dip under that 60 on occasions, but you don't really notice it. And as you'll notice, AFMF was not working properly for me on the ROG Ally, which it never seems to in a lot of games, even though this was full screen. So if you do have access to the AMD's preview AFMF2 driver, and I'll leave a link to a guide to how to get that installed in the description below as well, then you should be able to actually run this at 120 plus frames per second quite happily and really have a great time with it. So let us know in the comments below if you're going to be testing this one out. You need to watch them on Twitch for drops for this at the moment. Otherwise, wait for a full release. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.